Hey guys, so today this week for your lesson is going to be talking about macronutrients. So, macronutrients, what they are the biggest part of nutrition. Okay. So, when it comes to nutrition, your body needs three main things. So, the first thing that we'll talk about are those three main things. So, as you're going through this video, make sure that you follow along and fill out your question sheet so that you can get your credit for today. So, the first thing we'll talk about are what's called carbohydrates. So, carbohydrates, they are one of the macronutrients, the three main nutrients. Carbohydrates are either simple or complex. So simple carbohydrates, we'll get into more about what that is in just a moment, and also complex as well. Then also protein. There's two main sources of protein that you can get. A lot of times with bodybuilders, they use what's called whey protein to supplement their protein intake. So after a lifting session, they'll consume whey protein or they'll consume more food protein. So food protein, we'll get more examples of what that is in a little bit here. And then next we have fats, which are good fats, which are unsaturated, and bad fats, which are saturated. Okay, so those are your three main nutrients. So first thing we'll talk about is carbs. So carbs are your main source of energy. Your body uses carbohydrates every single day for energy. It also uses from carbs your calories. Okay, so for every gram of carbohydrate, there is 4 calories. Right? So carbs, they should be eaten every single day. Examples of carbs to eat that are good for you are oatmeal, sweet potatoes, wheat pasta, wheat tortilla, and wheat bread. Okay. Examples of these foods that are simple and burn up quickly, but not ideal, so they'll leave you hungry um, much sooner after eating. Okay, so they don't give you a ton of energy for a long period of time. They burn up right away and they are used. Okay. So those are the common foods for a lot of the teenagers, a lot of people in this country. But potatoes, candy, dextrose, which is another name for sugar, and soda. So all of these contain carbohydrates. They all give us energy, but they're not the kind of energy that will last a long time. They make you feel hungry much sooner. All right. So let's say you do need a quick burst of energy through the day, then it is helpful to helpful to uh, take that source to get you through that short amount of time. But what it's going to do is um, it's going to leave you hungry much sooner. Okay. So again, you can live off of food like soda and junk food, but it will not run as well. And also, with too much sugar, you do increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Okay. Also, leave you feeling hungry much sooner and also can lead to weight gain because it makes you want to eat more. Okay. So let's go to the next page. Next one we'll talk about is protein. So protein, again, the main job of protein is to help our body recover, help us build muscle, but it does not just work by itself. So you can't have a diet where you just eat protein and meat all day. You have to have some carbohydrates helping you get through that day. Okay. So what you do need is you need about 0.75% of your body weight um, in grams of protein. So what that means is if I weigh 150, okay, if I weigh 150 pounds, right, I need, so it's a multiplication problem. You can use a calculator. You take 150 pounds, right, which I weigh about 153, times it by 0.75. Okay. And for me, I need a calculator. So what I'll do is I get my phone out here. Pretty simple. 0.75 times 150. So I need roughly 112 grams of protein per day. Okay. All right, so that's helpful. It's a little helpful equation for you to take a look at. Okay. All right, let's go back to my pointer here. So example of that, 180-pound person needs 135 grams per day. Yes, you do need less protein than carbohydrates. And examples of good protein are lean meats, nuts, and plant-based proteins. Believe it or not, plants do contain amount of protein, such as cauliflower and broccoli. So a lot of times people are talking about vegetarians not getting enough, but in reality, they can supplement their protein intake with foods like that. Okay, let's go to the next page. So fats. So fats aren't necessarily bad for you. Your body needs fats for insulating your body, keeping you warm. And a lot of times with babies, they're not born with a lot of muscle. So, but what they do have instead is a lot of body fat to keep them warm. Okay, so fats are energy storage. Your body uses it very efficiently when called upon. So that means this: if I were to run a very long distance in a very long time, my body would eventually use my body fat storage as a fuel source. Okay. So that means then the more fat I have, the longer that I could survive without food. So if your body doesn't have any fuel, it starts to take that body fat wherever it wants to and starts to use that as energy. Okay. But fat also doesn't always equal body fat. So body fat is when you eat too many calories a day versus burning them. So I'll write that here. So fats. So this is how you gain fat. So fats in, not fat, sorry. Calories. I misspoke. So calories in versus calories in are larger than calories burned. So every single day, we all burn calories. Okay, so some people burn calories faster than others because of what's called a metabolism. Some people have slower metabolism. Some people burn more calories because they exercise. Some people burn more calories because of a job that makes them move more. But how you gain fat is you eat more calories than you burn. It's pretty simple, okay? But a lot of adults really don't know how that actually happens, okay? Which is kind of sad in this country. And I think would actually alleviate a lot of the obesity problems that we have in this country. Okay, let's go to the next page here. Calorie limit. So on to calories. So every single day, on average, people and kids eat a little bit more calories. Every day, we need 2,000 calories in our diet. Okay, so if you take a look at the back of a nutrition label, which I'll get for you in just a second, take a look at a nutrition label. This might be backwards for you, but take a look at this. You can see the amount of calories are in one serving. Okay. Now, if I ate the entire box of these goldfish crackers, right, in this package, there is 28 serving sizes. Okay, so if I ate the entire package of this goldfish crackers, what I would be eating is 140 times 28. I would be eating over 3,920 calories. So a lot of times when people eat an entire package of food, they think they're getting this number right. they're getting the 140. But if you get the entire package, you would take the amount of servings, which was 28, and you times it by 140, and that's what you would get. Okay. So your body will burn roughly about 2,000 calories a day. So that's why it says in the package, on a nutrition label, it's based off of a 2,000 calorie diet. So when you exercise, your body burns more to keep up with your muscle energy. So if you exercise, you burn more. If you burn more, you can eat more. And if you eat more calories than you burn, you gain weight. It's pretty simple. Okay. So next slide here. So that's our lesson for today. So make sure that you fill out your notes along with this, okay? And with that being said, have a good day.